it's a nice place. There's no question about it. But most of the land is all taken up. If you buy a house now, the land that you buy is on lease land.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Owned by who?
Well, there's people who own a lot of that land, see,
Yeah.
and they lease it out for homes.
Okay. Don't see that too much in California.
Not yet, but maybe they will someday.
Yeah, Katie, don't lay down on that, please. Thank you. So we were telling Katie about how you had to, when you went to school, you were barefoot.
Everybody went barefooted there,
That is not a chair, it's a table.
and you had to go through a trough. They had a trough before you go to school, and you walk through it. It was some kind of a chemical. Get rid of the hookworms.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that, but
Now, tell me about the sugarcane fields, because I started looking for information about, trying to find stuff about when your mom and dad landed in Hawaii, and shortly after that they had like some protests, and they were saying that Hawaii was one of the birthplaces of like workers' unions for the whole United States.
yeah. Well, see, they don't have any more sugar cane there. They discontinued it. They went into macadamia nuts.
Mm.
But even my folks had some sugar cane.
Oh yeah.
Not too many acres, but my dad had enough sugar cane. But they don't have it anymore. All that sugar comes now from down under. They grew a lot of sugar cane down in the Philippines and Indonesia and down in there.
Mm-hmm.
And over here, even here in California and in Nebraska, they used to grow sugar beets.
Oh.
And make sugar out of beets. They discontinued that too. People are not using as much sugar anymore. Only place they use a lot of sugar is Coca-Cola and his beverages, you know.
Right.
They use a lot of sugar in that, and that's why you shouldn't drink too much of it.
Right.
Especially little girls and stuff, I wouldn't give them too much of that.
Right.
I drank Coca-Cola last night.
Yeah, but you get to about one time a month, huh?
Because you get diabetes and stuff, too much sugar.
Right.
She wants to leave.
Yeah, you know, my folks came from Ukraine, and the plantations at the time were in Hawaii were short on certain help, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And plantations went to Japan and got quite a few Japanese in Korea. And then they went to Ukraine and got some from over there. I got a boatload from there. And my mother was pregnant when she was aboard the ship. Can you imagine that?
It'd be a rough ride.
Man, you never had staterooms either, you know. Those big windjammers, you know, they just was a big hull, and they fed you out of the you ate out of a barrel. That's the only food that they carried. It was salted down in barrels.
It would be a rough.
Well, it's
be
a rough deal. It was a rough deal. Today you get on these cruises,
Hold on, I missed two.
well, you eat real well.
Mhm.
They feed you plenty of food.
Let me close my mouth, okay?
So they got on a ship in Germany.
Yeah, and oh, I forget the name of the town there. They got on a ship, but they had to walk. They walked an awful lot because they had no transportation those days, you know, in the 1800s. And they walked, and they caught the ship. The name of the ship was the Glade. Was a German ship, flown the German flag. And they went around. They had no Panama Canal, and they went around way down to South America.
Mhm.
And they were stuck down there. There was no wind. They stayed there for weeks and weeks. No wind.
Wow.
They were eating the porpoise, catching porpoises. A porpoise is a real friendly mammal. They come right to the ships, you know, and they catch them and they would eat them. Then when they landed in Hawaii, they landed on Sand Island. And the plantations picked out who they wanted, you know. And,
And how long did they have to work for the plantations then?
yeah, they were under contract for I forget how many years. Yeah, they had to work for the plantation.
And that's because they paid for their. They
Trip.
didn't have to pay for transportation then.
Yeah, that's how it worked. You know.
And so after he worked on the plantation for the, amount of time that he was contracted to work, did he keep working there? Is that how he made his money to buy the ranch? Or?
I don't know how. I don't know how he could afford to buy a big ranch like that. You know, working for the plantation, they didn't pay much. You know. We had a nice place there.
Just kidding.
But some of the coffee trees, it's surprising, you know, some of the coffee trees survived the rain, and I used to go and pick the coffee for my mother, coffee beans. But you know, a damn coffee tree would be red with beans, coffee beans, but the stem would be real long, and there'd be flowers on the end, and then the little coffee beans, and they get bigger and bigger than the red ones.
Okay.
And you have to pick them by hand, see. And then put them in an oven, roast them, grind them. Had a grinder, would grind them. Yeah, I remember that.
So what was it like? I mean, you had lots of brothers and sisters. So did you all sit down to eat dinner together at one time, or?
Well, we had two batches of family. One of them was the oldest batch. They were gone. We had 12. 12 kids. 6 boys and 6 girls.
Was it one set of twins?
She had three sets of twins.
Oh.
Now Christine was one of the girls, twin. Her brother died, typhoid. And the other twins, I don't remember. Before my time. See.
Did they all die young?
Yeah. Well, Christine is the only one that's a twin. Well, now my sister Z, She had twins.